Afternoon baseball now from the Juice Box, Minute Maid Park in Houston. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Oakland A's and the Houston Astros. As October draws nearer, the race for the postseason intensifies. A pivotal game for two division rivals. Next. Dallas Keuchel starts the game on the mound for the third and final game of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, this guy is one of the better pitchers in the league, and one stat that jumps out, take a look at that strikeout to walk ratio. That's about as good as it gets. And look for him to dominate in this one.
Stepping up now, Stephen Piscotty. He will lead this one off today.
Right fielder, Stephen Piscotty.
First offering on its way. A swing by Piscotty, and this is driven to left. And gone. An absolute bomb. It's a solo shot here for Stephen Piscotty, number 14 on the season, and the A's are on the board first, 1-0.
You talk about starting a game off quick. We couldn't even get the lineup cards in yet, and this guy's already going deep.
Batting second.
Stepping in now, Marcus Semien. As he will take strike one on the fastball here, no balls and a strike. Fellas, taking a look at these Astros entering play here this afternoon. They come in riding a 5-game winning streak, and they've really got things clicking.
Yeah, Matty, this team's coming together right now. They're playing dangerous baseball. You can tell the look in their eye. They feel good about where they're at. They've won a few games in a row, and they look to continue that trend today.
Semien stands at an even 6 feet tall, a right-handed batter and thrower. He was taken in the 6th round back in 2011.
Hey, when you come out of the middle round, you have to grind for everything, and that's exactly what this guy has done, and he has turned himself into a solid big league ball player.
Well, time to look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Dan, we got Dave Lawrence behind the dish tonight. One of the best in the business, in my opinion, but sometimes has a tendency to fall into a pattern where he's given a little bit too much on that outside corner.
Yeah, D-Road, one of the things he'll do, he'll open up that outside corner, especially with left-handed batters.
There's ball four.
Man, the pitcher's wondering how he didn't get that call. Busted him inside on a 3-1 count. The ump thought it was just a tad off the plate. Tough to get the benefit of the doubt from the umpire when you fall behind in a count like that, though.
So striding forward now, Jed Lowry. First at bat for him as he enters play third in the American League batting race. Here's the first pitch to him. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. It's up onto the train tracks and out of here. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. Home run number 9 on the year. And the A's lead it now 3-0.
Well, it's very early, but he's looked out of sorts from the beginning. They've already roughed him up for 2 homers, and they're not done yet. We'll see if he can regroup or if he blows up. Could go either way at this point.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. A real threat with the bat, of course, as he currently leads the American League in home runs. First pitch on its way. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. 3 runs already home here. Fouled off. The 1-1 home. Very weakly on the ground. Foul ball, strike 2. The 1-2. is laid off for ball 2. Hit hard on the ground towards second. And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone. And here's a shot of the Athletics starting lineup for this one. Danny, who stands out to you?
Yeah, when he's going good, there are very few guys as fun to watch as Hanley Ramirez. He's really had a heck of a year in the power categories, slugging over 500 coming into this one. That means almost every time he's hitting the ball, he's hitting it hard somewhere. Should be fun to watch.
Outfield shaded a bit to left center. The first pitch. Davis connects and sends it to deep left field. And it's gone as they add still another. So a solo shot down the line in left. 45 home runs now on the campaign. As the A's have opened it up even further, it's now 4-0.
This guy has been a serious thorn in the side of the staff, homering twice in 3 days. The numbers don't lie. He owns these guys right now.
Here's Hanley Ramirez.
First baseman, Hanley Ramirez.
Swings and grounds it to short. Correa up the middle. Throw on to first. 2 gone.
Batting 7.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring in the right-handed hitting catcher Nick Hundley. First delivery to him on the way. Hit down the third base line. And this will stay inside the third base bag. A fair ball. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Sometimes you get off on the wrong foot, and it's hard to get back on the right one. That's the 4th hit he's given up here already in the early going. He's got to find a way to string some outs together, or he's going to be in some deep trouble.
At the plate, Marco Hernandez. And there you see the numbers over his last 8 contests. He's really been leading the charge for this team. First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a ground ball to third. Throw in time for the 3rd out, but it certainly took a while. Nearly back around here as 8 men come to the plate, and they push across 4 runs. Daniel Gossett will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, not a bad start in his last one. 7 complete innings. Even though he took the loss, he pitched pretty well. And if he can pitch as well in this one today, he'll have a pretty good chance to win this game for his team.
Batting 2nd, right fielder, Josh.
Reddick waiting, and now the pitch. A changeup over the inside corner.
Little guessing game going on right now. Being late on that fastball after the change. He had to be sitting off speed right there.
Reddick behind a ball and 2 strikes. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. A ground ball to third, and they could get 2. On to first, and it's a quick 2 as Reddick bounces into a double play. Time now for a quick look at the hometown Astros starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, fellas, there's nobody that I'm more excited to watch play than Carlos Correa. He does so many things for this club, but the one category that jumps out when you look at stats this year, he leads the American League in runs scored. When you do that, you're doing some very special things for your team.
Here's Carlos Correa now. No one on base for him after the double play.
Yeah, Matt, that 2-ball really changed the complexion of this inning. It looked like the middle of the order was going to have a chance to get a big hit with some ducks on the...
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run.
Yeah, they're still down a few, but a solo shot will make them feel a lot better about themselves. They're not being shut out, and now they know they can get to this guy.
Next up for the Stros, Nelson Cruz. You should check out his righty-lefty splits. No surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. Squared that one up just a little late. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Pulled the string on him that time, and the inning is over. Astros get a run back here on the solo shot. We'll head to the and that brings up Chad Pinder. He'll get us started in the top of the second. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hard hit ball to second. Altuve fields it cleanly. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second. Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first appearance in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Guys, typically the postseason comes into clearer focus around this time of year, but this division features a few teams jockeying for contention.
You know what, Dan? These teams are so close on paper. It's going to be execution that gets one of these teams over the hump.
I agree with you, D-Roy. I think one of the things, if you believe that good pitching is going to eventually stop good hitting, I think whichever one of these two teams pitches best the remaining part of the schedule is going to be the team that comes out on top in this division.
Fisher is there now, and he has it. Two gone. Coming to the plate now, Marcus Semien. He scored after reaching on a walk in his first at-bat. And here's a ball hit in the air. But this is going to wind up a foul ball.
Stay on the attack if you're the pitcher right here. You know who's lurking, 3, 4, 5, and you'd love to see that number 3-hole hitter lead that next inning off.
Semien in an 0-2 hole here. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Two out, nobody on. Oh, got him looking at the two-seamer, and that'll end it. A's are gone. Digging in, Alex Bregman, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second. Liner toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
I mean, that fires me up right there. Opposite field knock, and in today's game, where every manager is employing hundreds of shifts to watch this batter go the other way was special.
Now the Cuban import, Yuli Gurriel. The average at 284 to begin play. 18 homers and 64 runs batted in. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Bregman on at first. Nobody out. Now he gets the ground ball to first. This might be 2. To second for 1. And for the second time in 2 innings here this afternoon, they bounced into a double play.
That's one of the hardest double plays to turn right there because of the difficult throw the first baseman has to make. No problem this time, though, and they get the 2 outs they were looking for.
Here's Marwin Gonzalez now. And she'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike 1. He enters play with an even 50 RBIs to this point. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
The
0-2 home. Popped him up. Chapman is there. And the inning is over. Astros are down quietly, and this is still a 4-1 ball game. And welcome back to Minute Maid Park, smack dab in the middle of downtown Houston. Next up for the A's, Jed Lowry. And remember, he hit that 2-run homer his first time up.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Fisher will slide over and put this one away, and that's out number 1. Now in the box, Matt Chapman. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Fisher's under it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Coming to the plate now, Chris Davis. And he's off to a hot start in this one. Homered his first time around.
We all know this guy's a real good fastball hitter. We saw how far he could hit one. He got a fastball that he liked, and he turned that thing around, and it got out of here in a hurry.
Boy, in a mid-80s fastball that time, but it's a called strike, 1-1. 4-1's our score here in inning number 3. Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone, 1-2.
Hey, he's done an amazing job of settling down. 2 innings ago, I thought they were going to run him out of here. But now he's close to posting 2 shutout innings as a response.
2 balls and 2 strikes, the count to Chris Davis. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside, 3-2.
And you know what? Give this guy some credit up there, because this had the look of being a very quick inning. He's been able to stretch this at-bat out a little bit, and that's something that shouldn't go unnoticed.
7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. High in the air down the right field line. On the move is Reddick. He can't get there in time, and now it hops over the wall for a ground rule double.
Hey, this is what every hitting coach teaches when you start playing baseball. Don't try to do more than you can. Hit the ball where it's pitched, and he does a great job right there as he pushes it down the line nicely, and it bounces over for a ground rule double.
Standing in now, Hanley Ramirez, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Davis stands at second with 2 gone. Two and 1 to the A's first baseman.
You can really tell about how effective this guy's going to be when guys are swinging at that changeup. So far in this one, they've been real smart to let it go.
Fouled away. Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. Reddick on the run, and that's the 3rd out. Stepping up to the plate, Derek Fisher, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
A windup and the 0-2 pitch. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
This pitching staff has done a really good job against this guy in this series. This is a really good hitter, and it's not easy to make a guy strike out 5 times in a series up to this point, but that's what they've done to this guy so far.
First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2. One out, nobody on. The 0-2 once more. Misses, that's ball 1. A 2-2 count to the Astros catcher.
Man, this at-bat has changed quickly from 0-2 now to 2-2. A good job of plate discipline by this hitter, not chasing those pitches just off the plate.
Ready with another 2-2. A little bouncer. That's a foul ball. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the 2nd out.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So the bottom of the inning is still alive after the 2-out base hit. Into the box now, Josh Reddick. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And this one gets away. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch. And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0.
Well, he's got a base open to use right here, and it looks like he might not be afraid to do that by the way he's pitching it.
Carlos Correa would be next if they can keep this inning alive. 2 out here and a runner at second. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out. Now to the plate, Carlos Correa. Got a hold of one and went yard in his first appearance in this one. 0-1 the count. Comes set with the 0-1. Hit in the air toward the gap in right center. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. 2 left for the Astros. They trail it 4-1. Now at the plate, Nick Hundley, 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up.
Nick Hundley.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0.
Been a real big struggle for him so far on the mound. 4 runs and only 3 innings, so it'll be interesting to see if he can settle in at all and make some adjustments, or if this start will continue to run downhill.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Fisher's under it. 1 away.
Now batting, second base.
Marco Hernandez steps in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Two and 0 now.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
3-0 now. The 3-1. He loses him on ball 4. Now at the plate, Chad Pinder. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First pitch on its way. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Reddick has a read on it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. 1 for 2 with a solo shot that came back in the first inning. 50th pitch of the game on its way. And a slider tails outside for ball 1. That's inside. 2-0. Now the 2-0 is in there for strike 1.
Wow, there's a pitch right there that this guy would like to have back. Very rarely do you see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and boy, he took that one. He'd like to have that one back and be able to take a good hack at that pitch.
Scooped up, throw in time, and the side is retired. 1 left for. Leading off the inning, Nelson Cruz, and they'll need him to get something going here. Cruz started him with the change, and it's 0-1. Hit hard on the ground to first, and that is through into right field for a single.
That's what we refer to in the biz as a hanger right there. He's lucky he's getting his baseball back.
And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. One there, on to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
That was kind of a high degree of difficulty play that time. You see the off-balance throw to second base, and he couldn't get a lot on it, but they did get the out.
Hit well on the ground to first. And that finds its way through for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
You know, as a former infielder, Danny, they always say you can't be in 2 places at once, but you got to be a little frustrated right here that ball found the hole.
Yeah, that's a tough thing. You make a quality pitch, and a guy shoots one through the right side, normally a vacated spot right there. 9 out of 10 times, somebody's there to make that play. Unfortunately, not, and now we've got a couple of guys on.
Still no balls and 2 strikes.
Batter's going to have to find a way to regroup right there. That caught too much of the plate. He knew it. He missed it. He might not get another opportunity to put the ball in play.
And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch. And for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
Derek Fisher will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Now he goes the other way, and he got a lot of it high and deep to left center field. But that'll ricochet off the facade out there in left center. And the runner is in from second. Now both men are across to score.
Yeah, when that left his bat, I thought it was out of here for a 3-run shot, but to his credit, he didn't hesitate or break into that home run trot. He busted it out of the box and was thinking triple all the way. Well done.
Now the 1-0, and it's fouled away. 1-1, here it is. There's a changeup over the outside corner.
Hey, that's a huge pitch for him right there. He's been struggling early. If he's in,
and we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side.
Leading off for Oakland.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. No balls and 1 strike. I'll tell you, these guys seem well aware that this is a must-win situation for both of them. They know they're not going to have the luxury of falling back on a wild card berth.
You know, guys, this has been a close one, but the first place team is flexing their muscle a little bit. And they better watch out because this second place team does not want to find themselves in a wild card game.
I agree with you, D-Roy, and that's one of the things when you're in first place, as long as this team has been, we're getting late into the season right now. They need to keep playing good fundamental baseball and not let off the gas pedal. They have a team down. They need to step on it.
Grounded up the first baseline. Hit hard on the ground to second. There is Altuve, and the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. And with 1 gone now, that'll bring in Jed Lowry. Now here's the pitch. No balls and a strike to count. The windup and the 0-1. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Might have been looking to find that outside corner, but he couldn't quite get it there. It's 1-2.
Well, I'll tell you, he's not hitting over 300 by luck. He really knows the strike zone and his own strengths. That last take is a great example.
Here now the 2-2. And he connects with it. This one's hit deep out to left center field. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the second out. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Matt Chapman. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now. 4 runs, 5 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. 2-0 count. The pitch. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground, but a foul ball, and it's 2-1 now. Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2.
Hey, as an offense, you do your homework, you scout. He hasn't been using that pitch an awful lot. I say you just throw that out. If he's going to flip that occasionally for a strike, then so be it.
3-2, full count. Just got a piece up the line. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. Another full count pitch home. And another pitch is hit foul as the battle continues here. The 3-2 one more time. And this one misses high for ball 4, and they have themselves a 2-out base runner.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Line toward the alley in left center. And again, he's got himself a base hit. Make it 3 for 3. And a good job to get to it quickly and get it back in. That'll hold him to a 2-out single.
Dan, with that single, he's now 3/4 of the way to hitting for the cycle. Toughest one still on the shelf, though. He's got to get it triple.
Yeah, you said it, D-Row. That's one of those that's either got to hit right down the line or one of those tweeners in the gap. He has enough speed, so if he can find a gap or find one down.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. A couple of singles to his credit thus far. And a high strike there, 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Let's see if he continues to climb that ladder, or does he try and get him fishing on something bouncing in the dirt.
Swing and a miss, and he'll start the 5th the same way he ended the 4th, with a punch-out, 1 away. Stepping in is Josh Reddick. It was a walk in his last trip. 0-1 the count. Skied down the left field line, and that will end up a foul ball. Into the windup, here comes the 0-2 pitch, and they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. Ready once again, Carlos Correa. Here comes the first pitch.
Correa.
On the screws to shortstop, but caught to retire. Colin McHugh takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 31.
Digging in once again, Nick Hundley. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Here's the first pitch to him. Missed with a slider. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. And he fouls this one off. Now the 1-1 pitch. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Line towards center field. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, the center fielder.
And that brings up Chad Pinder. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. First delivery to him on the way. A high fastball is in there. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And this pitch is lined softly down the line and left. But this is a foul ball. Another 0-2 home. Tried to work it back to that low inside corner, but it misses. 1-2. Hit sharply, but foul down the right side. Again, a 1-2. Little chopper back to the mound. Throw to first in plenty of time, and his side is retired. Here's Nelson Cruz now, who was a strikeout victim his first trip and then collected a base hit his last time around. Ball 1. Hit on the ground out to short, taken in by Simeon. And an offline throw, but boy, look at him stretch out and keep the foot on the bag. Great concentration there for the first out.
Third baseman, Alex Bregman.
Ready now, Alex Bregman. He reached on a fielder's choice previously. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the brake, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses. 1-2.
It's a great job to lay off on that nasty slider right there. It's the toughest pitch. It was my toughest pitch to lay off of. I was always sitting fastball middle away, and when that slider came out, boy, did it look like a heater for a long time.
4-3 our score here as we play inning number 6. Back up the middle, scooped up on the backhand, and now a jump throw against his body, and a great athletic play to get him. Man, wow.
And this is not an easy play when you have to range to your right. He really didn't have a chance to get his feet set, so this is all arm. Nicely done.
Now the Cuban import Yuli Gurriel, as he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Grounded to the right. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit. So that knock keeps the bottom of the 6th inning hot. So coming to the plate, Marwin Gonzalez. He's popped out and struck out in his first 2 plate appearances. High pop-up. Ramirez is under it, and that retires the side. So the batting order turns over now, and set to go Stephen Piscotty. Lifetime history with Colin McHugh. He's 1 for 3. First offering on its way. Hits it high and deep out to center field. Fisher going back on it at the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch. In now, Marcus Semien. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Not his best effort that time. It's strike one.
Hey, this offense is going to have to change their mindset. If they're going to get swing and misses on that slider, you know he's going to go to that well. They are going to have to be willing to take the ball the other way and stay back on that heater, or they are not going to recognize that pitch.
And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Hit on the ground to short. Throw gets him, 2 down. Jed Lowry will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a 2-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start. High in the air out to center field. Fisher will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move. And Derek Fisher the next to bat. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fouled off. 0-1 count and the pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Davis is there, and he makes the catch for the out. Ready for another chance. Max Stassi, who struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. He's set. Here it comes. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Nope.
A fastball that just misses inside.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Fouled away. Here's the pitch. And another foul ball. We're in the 7th inning now of a 4-3 ball game. And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve, who was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Nope.
And a fastball just a bit high.
Ball 1, no
3 runs, 8 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. Softly hit toward the hole. Throw not in time, and he's in there with his 3rd hit of the afternoon.
Boy, when things are good, things are going really good. How about a swinging bunt infield single right there for his 3rd knock of the game, D-Row?
Yeah, he has to be feeling frisky right now. He's had 2 great at-bats, and then this one, he's 100% on fire. Getting an infield single for his 3rd knock of the game, that's awesome.
The 1-2. This is in the air to left field. Davis is under it. And that ends the inning. Astros leave 1. They still trail it here 4-3. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Matt Chapman. It was a walk in his last trip. First delivery to him on the way. Hard hit toward the hole. Backhanded. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. But hold on here now. He jumped out of that dugout in a hurry. He might ask for that out call to be reviewed.
Yeah, he may, Matt, but I think he'll see what his replay guys think first. Looking at it again, man, I can't tell for sure if he was out or not. Tough call.
Here's Chris Davis now. And it's fouled away. He's had a great game so far, and a triple would complete the cycle. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And he might have another one as this is hit high and deep out to left. But it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. And he is in there.
Hey, guys, I like the execution by the batter there. He got a hanger in the middle of the plate. He could have come unglued, but he didn't. He stayed focused and drove a line drive base hit.
Here's Hanley Ramirez. Lifetime history with Colin McHugh. He's a .333 hitter. Matt Olson will come on to pinch hit here, and if they don't walk him, he'll have a great RBI opportunity with runners at second and third and nobody out. And this is on the outside corner for strike one. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
A ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Yanked on the ground down the line. And that'll get through into right. As he comes up in the clutch, it's a base hit. And the second run will score as they open things up a bit now, 6-3.
Hey, D-Roll, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
Jesse Winker come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out.
Jesse Winker.
In there for strike one. He comes in with that average down in the 240s. 3 homers and the RBI count at 35. And a curveball that started low and broke lower. Ball 1. Hit in the air out to right. Reddick giving chase. And he tracks it down. Nice play for the first down. On to first, and they get the double play.
Now batting.
Marco Hernandez steps in. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Both teams have 9 hits on the scoreboard. And this one's too far inside, ball 2.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
The 2-1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Calling for it, Gonzalez. And the inning is over. Olson will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base. Jesse Winker will stay in the ball game as he'll likely do the catching from here out. Jonathan Lucroy is into the ball game here as he takes over behind the plate.
Jonathan Lucroy. Now pitching for the
So a new pitcher set to come on now, and we'll get an appearance from the hard-throwing right-hander Santiago Casilla. Fastball in there for a called strike.
That ball is foul.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys on this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and it backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
Casilla pauses. Here it is on 0-1. And a neck-high fastball that time. Lifetime numbers against Casilla. He's 4 for 11. He also has 1 home run. And he'll stay alive here as this is chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. The next 1-2 pitch. Chopped weakly to the left. And there's out number 2. And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, and it's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got it.
And the right fielder is there to make the catch, and the inning is over. And that brings up Chad Pinder, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. First offering on its way. And the first pitch is chopped foul at the plate. It's strike 1. The 0-1. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Fisher ranging back to the track. He's there and records the first down. So the Oakland lineup turns over, and to the plate, Stephen Piscotty. He's 1 for 4 for the game. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. Skied into straightaway right. Reddick has a read on it. 2 gone.
The batter, number 10.
Striding in for Oakland, Marcus Semien. He was a ground out victim last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. Line to the right side, but a good play by the first baseman to speed. Now the Cuban import Yuli Gurriel, last time through, was a base hit. Blake Trinan takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
Your attention, please. Now
And that misses inside 1-0.
Number 39, Blake Trinan.
Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And foul. Andrew Benintendi is into the ball game now as he'll take over out in left field.
Number 6.
Now the 1-1 pitch. It's a fastball that misses. Two and 2.
Not too often you see a changeup come across at 88 miles an hour on the gun. Still effective when you're throwing a fastball in the high 90s, though.
Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
Left fielder.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Late that time for a strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Outside for a ball, 1-1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. The 1-2. Misses, ball 2.
I think he's shown you right there. He was trying to put you away with the off-speed pitch. Have to be leery of that right there and take pull side away. That'll keep you on all stuff, fastballs and the off-speed.
Popped him up. And this will land foul. 1 out, nobody on. Fastball too high, ball 4. Settling in now, Derek Fisher. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Sinker to open the AB, in there for strike 1.
Now, I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline. So if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn 2.
And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2. And he fouls this one off. Gonzalez, base runner at first with 1 out. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you think you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
And that one got a piece of him. Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Jose Altuve, career against Blake Trinan. He's 0 for 5. No balls and 1 strike. Comes set and the 0-1. And a fastball just a bit up. Now an off-speed pitch that nearly ran in and got him.
Well, he came right back in there after he hit the previous batter. I like that. If you're going to work inside, you're going to hit a few guys.
And that's going to be your final out here, and the A's will salvage at least the finale in this 3-game series as the ball game is over.
Well, there's another save, but that's just not any other save. That's save number 50 for the reliever in his career. Well on his way to a nice career.
6-3 the final score today. The Oakland A's put up a 4 spot in the opening frame on the way to victory. Daniel Gossett earns his 8th victory of the season. Blake Trinan earns the save out of the bullpen, his 33rd of the year.